What's happening, everyone? It's James at Arcade Attack again, and we are here for the second part of our seasonal Christmas special pod. What were we talking about, chaps? What were we talking last week?
I thought it's been a week ago, mate. I don't know what we were
Yeah, we don't
Remember toys.
Yay! We were talking all about toys, and we looked at the good old 80s and some of the big hitters and some of the lost turtles that Adrian had and other great stuff. And the micro machines and the
Ring Raiders. I don't know if that was the actual jingle, but Ring Raiders. Oh my, is that Fridge Raiders? Fridge Raiders.
let's just make it out. Let's just make it.
Please
so.
continue, Jim.
No, that's fine. So we looked at the 80s. We looked at a stack of classic toys and games that populated a lot of our wish lists. And the next step forward is we say goodbye to the 80s and we are going to say hello to the 90s. But before we do that, we're going to have a little word from our sponsors, otherwise known as Adrian, over in the
Before
corner.
we have the word from our sponsor, Adrian, I
Yes.
just want to say Merry Christmas, guys. It's like
Mate, Christmas still.
It's like it's now Christmas is now past now. Because this
Let's keep it going.
But yes.
because Christmas Day has happened.
Yeah, it was a very nice day on Christmas Day.
And I had a great time, and this totally wasn't recorded weeks ago. And yeah, this is how we do it. But anyway, Merry Christmas or Happy
holidays. Yeah.
Christmas. Just hope you're all having a great time, and much love from all.
We're here to lift you out of the post-Christmas slump.
Yes.
Yes.
We are here to continue the
But
festivities.
there's so many like other religious festivities going on and other like even non-religious festivities and these festivities. We can just keep this thing going until this time next year.
Keep the wagon rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Keep the party moving.
happy whatever you are celebrating.
Happy Arcade Attack Festivus.
Arcade Attack Festivus. Happy Arcade Attack Festivus. Or yeah.
You heard it here first, guys and girls. Adrian.
So the guys who keep us going.
Yeah.
The guys who keep the lights on.
Well, I've got a quick list of some of our patrons, and I thought we might give a bit of a shout out because everyone likes hearing their name, don't they?
Yeah.
So
And these guys are these guys have you've been keeping the lights on and these are expensive times, guys.
they are, and
Yeah.
Chris Mundell is one of those lovely people. So thank you, Chris.
Chris, thank you, sir.
Yeah, and we've got not Andrew Redwood or Andrew Orangewood. We've got Andrew Greenwood.
Nice. The best wood is a green wood.
Yeah, it's true. I think this person's called Editor B, but I'm going to call it Eddie Torb.
Eddie Torb. Eddie Torb.
I think it's Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
Not Chris.
Oh, Eddie, don't leave us. No, Editor B, but we call him Eddie.
Yeah, it'll be Eddie to us.
Is
Yeah.
Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
Bethany.
Bethany still. Oh, Bethany.
Yeah.
What's your bet?
For a whole year now.
Yeah.
Be bless.
Crikey, we're still taking your money. I mean, you could probably cancel it now, but
I know. Well, he can. But we love you, Beth. And it's not Luke Candle. It's Luke Yeandle.
but Luke Kindle.
What are we doing?
I say,
Oh, we do.
What are we doing?
We do Patreon shout-outs, but we give it some humanity.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
spin.
definitely.
This is the AA
Yeah.
spin.
well, we've got
You're part of the crew. You're part
We
of
don't just read a list.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Sam Kavanagh.
Sam Cavill. Oh, Sam's been long time. Sam.
Yes, he's like Sam Caviar. He's like
Yeah.
Kavanagh.
Garb Peb. I think. It
Oh,
is.
Guard Peb.
Guard
Yeah, Guard Peb. Respect.
Yeah,
Respect to Guard Peb.
Garb Peb.
Guard
Womblefish.
Peb and Fence.
Womblefish is still knocking about.
Womblefish. Oh, respect Wombles.
Wombly. Living in Wombly.
One believe free.
That's what we should
Yeah.
do on our mic checks. Instead of Bumblebee, we should do Womble Womble.
Womblefish. Womblefish.
This you can use it as a soundbite for your.
There we go.
For your do people do that for their like answering machines anymore? You know when you used to look at a list of sound bites, so like you get someone maybe you meet someone first like can you record my answering machine, Red? So then you go womble bush. That's yours.
Another person we're big fans of is Brian Fanoof.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Again, long time these guys have been supporting us.
Yeah, and Tristan Greaves.
Oh, Tristan again.
Yeah, these names have been, these people have been around for a while, haven't they?
Are true legends.
They are legends.
True legends.
I just need to know what the TJ stands for in Tim TJ Walker.
TJ Walker.
That's such a cool name, though, isn't it? CJ Walker.
It's like a 70s cop show.
Yeah.
Oozing
Walker,
charisma.
Texas Ranger. TJ Walker, Texas Ranger.
Exactly. And his sidekick would be Matt Harris, of course.
Matt Harris.
So,
Even Matt, long time supporter of the podcast, Matt.
And even longer support, we've got Tor Melkovic.
Oh, tour?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
I would, we're always going on tours, random tours.
It's true.
But he has a great tour.
Forget John Malkovich. It's all about Tor Malkovich, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. And James McDonald.
James, oh yeah, I even did that FF7 roast for him on our Beaten channel. If you want to watch 20 minutes of me roasted for Final Fantasy 7, it's on to Patreon.
Shout out to the namesake.
And
Coffee a month, guys. If please consider supporting the podcast.
Well, coffee now. I mean, gee,
cheaper than a coffee.
I was going to say
Yeah.
£5.50 for a Starbucks large latte the other day.
half the price of a pint. Half the you could even buy us like a half a month. Buy us a half a month.
half a month.
We love you.
Last but not least, of course, it's Andy Endine. Andy.
And Andy back on your bus? Is Andy back on his bus?
Have to end on the ending. I don't know, actually.
Doing the buses. So I'm basically speaking to you and everyone on the bus. Andy, this is Dylan. Buy me half a pint. No, hope you had a great Christmas and everyone on the bus. There you go.
On the buses.
Everyone, I did that. I did that for everyone on Andy's bus right now.
And I'm sure they are more well-rounded human beings because of it.
Yes,
So fantastic.
definitely.
But patriots, we love you.
Isn't he from Kent? I'm just kidding, people in Kent. I'm just kidding.
Hello from Kent also.
I'm just kidding. I love Kent. It's a very beautiful part of the world.
Garden of England.
It is.
Garden of England.
If you're just looking at it, it's very.
You're just looking at it. The most backhanded compliment ever in history. Go. It's got more castles than you.
I've still got another sort of hijack.
Oh,
So I've got a couple, or 3 gifts actually.
And I'm inside jacking it. I don't think we'll ever get to the end of this podcast, but I love it.
No, I know. But, so the first one is, there's one that is for James, and there's a bit of a random one. So
Here we go.
oh
That's
my
James.
God. It's for me.
you can choose, Keith, because they're randomized. You get one.
Random. Oh no. Random.
I get a special
No, you do get a special one. I'll explain why James gets a special one soon.
Oh
There's a
my
reason.
God. I'm slightly nervous, but also excited at the same time.
There you go.
All right. So
Now
I'll
it's
let the
random.
other two. I'll let the other two go first because I seemingly have like special.
You go first, Dill.
Keith did some really ham-fisted shuffle. You
Shuffle it. Look at the size of them. How do
You know what Keith did? He did carry it in a box.
Right. Okay. Here we go. So it's very, very nice wrapping paper.
It's
My wife, Becca, wrapped it.
Oh, Becca.
She loves wrapping stuff.
Bless her.
Oh, hang on. What's this? Total Recall?
Huh?
Whoa! Oh, it's a laser disc.
No, swap back.
Yeah, got it. Total Recall.
No way.
Pretty cool, aren't they?
That is very cool. Thanks, dude. I mean, I have no way of actually watching it. No. This is a lovely collector's
though.
item. Collector's item. Well,
Very nice.
see what
Let's
you've
open
got.
mine. Open mine. Hold on.
can't-
And then put you down.
And I might consider Swaffy if you've been a good boy.
You are a very naughty man, Adrian.
Oh no! I don't want to swap. I got Predator, Peter.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I see Total Recall, so that's brilliant.
You what?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Ah, it's a great film. They're both great films. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Thanks, man.
How did you get these?
Ah.
Where did you get them from?
Oh. That.
Amazing.
That, Keith. What have I got? Because you're on the mic. What? have I
It's
got?
Contra 3, the Alien Wars. It's the Mondo vinyl soundtrack. I have that. It's amazing. You are very lucky. You are very lucky, man.
Unbelievable.
A few months ago, J-Dog and another J-Dog, Jamie, helped me put up a fence. So it took a lot of hard work, and I thought I'll go a little, just a small little gesture.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
do realise that was like back in the spring.
I know.
But
you know what?
Me and Keith didn't.
We didn't do nothing.
No, I know. So you got, yeah.
Oh,
How did we get this for? What did we get this for?
Next time my fence blows down, you guys.
That's it. I'm there. I'll put that pan.
You did not have to do
yeah.
it.
And then if me and Dylan put that panel back in, then you'll have to get in touch with James because it'll blow
Hey,
down.
honestly, that is such a great gift. Like, honestly, you didn't have to get me anything.
Well,
we had a laugh. We opened up those massive concrete
so
6
good.
foot.
So good.
But
And it's your favourite game as well.
and funnily enough, what am I wearing right now?
You're wearing the Contra shirt.
I'm not doing myself any favours here, am I, babe? But that is, and do you know what? I love the game as well.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I love it.
Rare games, yeah. It's rock
I
hard.
always stick this on the SNES when I
Didn't we do a stupid playthrough of that as well in the early days? Of
Oh
Arcade
yeah,
Attack?
we were really, you and Adrian tried to.
Oh, it was yeah, we sucked at it as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
I really appreciate it.
why?
Oh, the story of the laser discs.
Don't
Where'd you get them from?
worry about that.
Oh, okay.
You paid money.
James, carry on the pod.
Oh,
So can I say?
Oh,
Because that is a large thing.
yeah, that is really nice.
Where's-
Yeah.
My poor uncle passed away recently, and I helped sort of sort out the house a bit with my mum,
Yeah.
and I came across unbelievable treasures and unbelievable things,
Yeah.
and you know, I just saw these two, and I thought, well, you know, I don't think he'd mind if I.
Well, I had
Oh.
lots of lovely chats with Alan on the old social medias. I never met him in the flesh, unfortunately.
Mm.
But we always had similar ilk with similar people, I think, with
Yeah.
Alan.
yeah.
So this is lovely to actually own something of his. that
Mm.
used to be
I
his.
think because you
That's
get on
one-
well with him, and he spoke about you quite a lot actually to me.
It would have been good to
Ah.
but
Well, you know,
I
I
don't
appreciate,
think
I
I might go-
appreciate this, and you know, it's going to a good home. as
Yeah, that's
well.
what I was saying. They're going to a good height.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are
Amazing.
1 in a million. You are
Top
dude.
man.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. You genuinely didn't have to get me anything, and the fact that those
No,
two have got such
absolutely.
great memories attached to it as well. That is.
Yeah, I know.
Brilliant.
I'll never own a laser disc player, but I'll keep
And
this near.
So you can say you've got a laser disc.
And I've got a
Total Recall.
Oh, that's true. I got you a copy. I got you Rambo 3. Was there Japanese Rambo 3 laser disc?
Demolition Man.
So
Demolition Man, yes. They're just, again, it's a bit like having a vinyl. The size of the artwork and stuff. It's just so cool.
Very nice.
Oh, thanks, man.
He's kept the plastic sort of inlay bit as well.
Hey, you are officially awesome.
Legend.
As if you weren't already. I mean, come on. You're just putting the rest of us to shame there. I got you guys socks.
I mean, still great socks.
They will come in
Yeah, but
very
they're not
handy.
Laserdisc Predator socks, though, are they? They're not. Do you know what I mean? Or Contra socks. It's amazing. I appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
That's so cool. How can I feel like I can't even top that with the pod now, but there we go.
Hey, the fence is still standing, mate. So
Good news.
Just good news.
Good news. But where were we? Where were we? So we sort of gently closed the door on the 80s, didn't we? Around talking about all of our toy shenanigans, looking at what was popular, what was going in stocking fillers, what the kids wanted, what we wanted, what we had. Ghostbusters Fire Station, and among other things, very envious. But we're going to fly headlong into a bold new era of movies, TV shows, music and entertainment and fun, which was the 90s. What a mixed bag of a decade that was.
Yes.
I
That's a
mean,
good description.
just wow.
Yeah.
And with all those things, obviously invariably comes new toy and game lines naturally to whet our appetite. So let's have a look at what the early 90s has in store for us on our toy train ride for our little tunnel, shall we? 1990. World Cup
Yeah.
Mhm.
was.
I enjoyed that.
We did rather well. We
Yeah.
We didn't. We got to the semis.
Yep.
And heartache, unfortunately, as
I think Chris Waddle's penalty is still going into our
in orbit. Oh wait, there's a white ball handles with it.
It's the first World Cup I have memories of, really.
Same.
So I think that's probably true for a lot of our
and
listeners as well.
and the guy, the shouty guy at the start of the Mega Drive game as well. I'll never forget that. Anyone says World Cup 1990, I always think,
Yeah.
but there we go. The Hubble Space Telescope took off to explore the timeless worlds of space. See what I did there?
Nice World Awards. Yep. Very good. Very good.
This clicked so well. And Nelson Mandela was released from prison after being incarcerated for 27
Yeah.
years. MTV Unplugged saw its first airing. And Mariah Carey released her debut album. And Roger Waters' concert, The Wall, attracted record crowds in Berlin. So there we go. But what I really want to look at, chaps, of course, is all the biggest and best toys that had us kids salivating, possibly finding them in our Christmas stockings that year. So as we fling the door open on the 90s, the already established heavy hitters such as Turtles, Ghostbusters, the Game Boy, and obviously the fresh release in September 1990 of the Mega Drive to the market was generating a serious buzz when it came to the Christmas excitement, which wasn't about to stop anytime soon. But the first years of the 90s introduced us to a whole new host of toys and games that we would have an all new set of obsessions over. So first up, does anyone remember the Humble Super Soaker?
Yeah. I do.
Of course we do, yeah. So the Humble Water Pistol, a staple of any back garden water fight, had just got a serious upgrade. It was actually released in 1990 from toy brand Larami, and originally was called, this is great, it was originally called the Power Drencher.
Power drencher.
I mean,
That sounds like something in B&Q. That's power drencher.
it's a pressure washer.
Yeah.
The Power Drencher. I love that name. But it featured a new, more powerful way of firing a water jet, which was called, there's so much science in this, the constant pressure system.
Constant pressure.
It just sounds like science.
Black and Deckers. The pressure system.
It's like that space age vacuum you've got in the hallway out there, Dill.
Oh, yeah.
The constant vacuum.
Sounds like
system.
scary weather forecast as well.
Yeah,
There's a constant pressure system moving in from the west.
constant pressure, low pressure system. But yeah, so do we remember how it worked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pump it up. Pump it.
Yeah,
Pump and squirt,
it.
baby.
Pump it.
pump and squirt. So you filled the
That was the
chamber.
thing in like pump Reebok pumps.
Pumps.
Pump your shoes. You got pedics all over. Pump your water pistol.
Yes.
Pump.
So you had to you filled the chamber with water, of course. You pumped the slider handle to fill it with air pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you let it rip by pressing the trigger. And the best part about it was no electronics in sight.
Oh.
It was all done using just clever air pressure. Right?
Very good.
Brilliant.
It was
Clever.
well, and the best part about that, obviously your soggy friends wouldn't agree. But the best part about it was, of course, that it wasn't massively expensive because of the fact it didn't have any electronics.
No, it's all
It didn't have any funky.
it's just
technology on it.
plastic, isn't it?
It was just
Yeah.
plastic
It's
and
a
kind of
plastic
silicone
hoses.
tubes.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you were stupid enough to stand in front of it, then your loss. But they were wicked though.
Yep.
And the best part about it, they just kept growing and growing. You could get ones that were just double barrel.
Yeah, yeah.
You had like ones with backpacks with like
Basically,
So you didn't have to refill.
yeah. The more like fluid you could hold, like it doesn't matter how much you had to pump it. It's about how much fluid you can hold. And
Correct.
Then you've won.
Undefeated.
You're
Well,
undefeated.
the funny thing was some of them, I think some of the later models, they obviously became really heavy duty. So you could put a stupid amount of air inside them, and then you press the trigger, like you give it a little click, and you get like this dart of water that would just take your skin off. Like that, and you like, flay your skin off, wouldn't it? But I mean, what a toy!
Oh, brilliant.
Like what a set of toys.
Yeah,
I mean, it
I
wasn't.
did have one. It was quite, the thing. They were quite once you filled it up with water though, because the tanks were quite big. It was quite heavy to run around with.
They were pretty heavy.
Yeah, I needed one of those.
It's good to be a
ones with the-
fitness as well.
True.
Come on.
There we go. We're thinking of it's good consumer advice here.
Good clean fun.
And still, obviously, continue to be massive today. No garden water fight is complete without those. They did have a slight weakness though, that I kind of remember from back in the day, and this is so weird that I remember this. Paddling pools, you obviously had the paddling pool out, you're running around, shooting your mates or whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it like gets completely jammed, and you get this little pathetic kind of. Yeah. Now it wasn't the air system. Okay. Now it did run out, so you had to repump it.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So you had to be tactical about that. But there was the kryptonite of the Super Soaker was a blade of grass.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You literally you got a blade of grass in that water tank.
That's it.
Pass through the tubes.
Done for.
You're done. You ain't getting that out because it just gets stuck. And I wonder how many Super Soakers were knackered because of blades of grass. But along with the success of the Super Soaker, several other brands in the 90s enjoyed an even bigger rush and an interest with the likes of Skip It. Anyone remember Skip It? Did your sister have one of
Is it
those?
like an electronic skipping rope thing?
It wasn't.
No.
Well,
Skip
it became an electronic version.
Oh, okay.
But essentially it was a ball attached to an ankle strap.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
With coloured string between the two. Very basic, very simple.
Yep.
But it caused all sorts of competitions between friends, shall we say. But kids would you jump up, rotate your leg in a circular motion, and you had to get the ball to swing around, and then you had to jump with the other leg.
Oh my god.
I did not have the coordination to do that ever in my life.
No.
I would have just tripped over, bang.
Yeah.
And you had to avoid getting hit, obviously.
It would have been worse than the pogo ball.
Worse than the poker ball.
Oh,
yeah.
Pogo ball
Well-
would have been the face plant. This would have been face plant and whiplash and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at least you could step off the pogo, but well, sort of. Whereas this, it was attached to your ankle.
They ain't getting away.
I mean, the bragging rights amongst friends were the one who could chain together the most jumps. It was exhausting. I remember trying it, and I was like, I ain't built for that. Do you know what I mean? That's not my thing. But yeah, the many jumps you could get without getting hit, of course, and it meant a few bruised sort of shins, which, let's face it, is the worst place to get hit. But yeah, it's true. The shin is awful because it's so tender afterwards. Anyway, I digress. But interesting fact, the skip it was actually been invented in the 60s. And had always kind of been a playground staple, but it reached one of its main peaks in the early 90s. So, which is kind of weird when you look at these toy brands and things. And
They have like a big comeback.
Yeah, and it must have just hit the market at the right time, or whatever. But kids were going nuts over the skip it in the early 90s. But yeah, exploded. So another toy very similar in terms of profile, sort of explosion wise, was every girl's dream gift, which was a Polly Pocket.
Yeah.
With a Polly Pocket being around, and the TV ad.
Yeah,
Polly Pocket.
I don't know if that was a great impression of that, but I back it.
It's the only one we have, so we'll take it. It was by Bluebird Toys, and it was a miniature portable doll set with an array of figures and accessories. And its popularity was actually stoked by other small collectible figure sets, such as the Sylvanian family sets. So they were looking for something obviously slightly different. It was invented in 1983, believe it or not, by a guy called Chris Wiggs for his daughter. So he wanted something something slightly different. But the first commercial set didn't go on sale until late '89, with the peak being in 1990-91.
They were like my sister had a couple, I think, but they were very cool. Just the amount of detail in you open them up, and the figures. They were really cool. They did what was the boys one? They did do a boys version, didn't they?
That's a good question.
Harvey Rocket, no.
Was it like Mighty Max or something? Or there was something. It was a boys version of Polly Pocket.
On the
Answers
social
on a postcard
people,
or on the socials.
scream, shout, tag.
Definitely.
Tell us what the boys version.
They were very
of Polly
cool.
Pocket.
Very cool.
But you're right though, like very cool how they managed to get the detail on a miniature scale.
Yeah.
I've always been quite impressed by that.
Yeah.
Like these people have these dolls houses and they've got this miniature, tiny little like croissants or little ovens where. Anyway, I digress. But that whole market, I think, was always quite popular, sort of miniature, and that hence why I suppose the miniature Transformers, when they came back in the late 80s, again were popular, not just because Transformers, but because collectible, small, easy stocking fillers, funky, all that sort of thing. So there's clearly a lot of interest in shrinking things down in terms of toys. So other big notable toys from the early 90s, we can't not mention Stretch Armstrong by Hasbro. One of my brother's, I think, favourite toys back in the day. He was born in 1990, and he absolutely, when he was little, he loved his little Stretch Armstrong. But again, stupidly simple.
Yeah.
But hours of fun. Like playing tug of war with Stretch Armstrong in the living room and just see how far. Age, I think even you, I used to come around your house. You used to have Stretch Armstrong, didn't you?
Well, they're just weird, aren't they?
Grab an arm and pull. Come on. But it was, wasn't it? Like across the living room, you just, how far can you go without breaking the poor bloke? But yeah, so Stretch Armstrong, and obviously we had the miniatures, we had the Polly Pockets, we had the Transformers, etc. But another sort of slightly less profile, but still kind of bubbling away in the background, a very popular stocking filler. Remember snap bracelets? When they first came around.
Yeah, they've been popular again since.
They have.
Yeah.
They have. But they were exceedingly popular in the early 90s. And obviously things like when you were at school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was, you were nobody if you didn't have a snap bracelet in your pencil case or your whatever. Or at least didn't go up to someone and go, psh. Yeah. And then they'd run off with it.
You've just given them something.
But yeah, funnily enough, again, another 80s invention that didn't really see its peak potential until the early 90s. So the early 90s has got a lot to answer for when it comes from nicking from the 80s. Yeah. But there we go. And finally, no Toy Nerds collection was complete without a set of, does anyone remember the Incredible Crash Dummies?
I do, yeah.
Yes. By Tyco, 1991. So this was a fully destructible set essentially with a car. Go on, Age. Did you have one?
I'm just doing the song Crash. Just going. Oh, Crash Test Dummies. By Halford.
I had a demo of the Amiga game. Let's not talk about.
Yeah, there's a rubbish Game Boy game as well, I think.
Yeah, it just didn't really port over to being
It's one of those ideas going, where can we take this? Not very far.
Yeah.
How can we see it?
Like limited
Make it crash a bit again. Do it as we
Bit again. But I mean, look, the actual toy itself was oodles of fun.
Yeah.
I remember I did have one, and I remember like being a bit kind of weirded out at the time that you could actually break it. Like this was a bit weird to me, and my parents were like, yeah, you can like crash into the wall, and I'm like, I don't want to, because it will break it, and you'll get really mad.
can I talk about a video game for a second?
Of course you can. Go on.
Oh
God.
Oh, here we go.
I remember when I got quite a powerful PC in the 90s, we had a demo of like, NASCAR. Man, that's a good game. But you just go around in a big circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just used to spend loads of time on it, just crashing and smashing and see these things explode.
It's the best part about NASCAR in real life, though, isn't it? When they do big crash.
That's why they invented destruction.
This game was brilliant. Things would fly everywhere. Parts of the car. It's like a bit like Burnout, but just before.
Yeah.
I used to love playing at NASCAR.
Yeah, you could do the other tracks, couldn't you? You could do the other.
I didn't play them. I did the demo.
But I think I had the game. But yeah, you could like wreck people, and it was like it was so stupidly like bits.
Showing replays and whatnot. Yeah, nice. Sorry, back to the toys. No more video games yet.
But yeah, the Incredible Crash Dummies. Yeah,
Mm.
but the toy range itself very, very popular.
Yeah.
It kind of weirded people out because you could actually break it and it fell into bits, and so did they. So yeah, those of us of a pernicious nature quite liked it. But by Christmas '92, there were two, I'm going to use the word behemoths, because they were, that occupied the minds of excitable kids all over the place and sat firmly at the top of the pile. Naturally and expectedly, we know one of these, as we haven't yet mentioned it. It is a console. It's, of course, the Super Nintendo. And what was it called in Japan?
Super Famicom.
Famicom. Bundled with two controllers, Super Mario World, instant hit, and parents clamoured to get hold of one for their little cherubs at home. It topped the sales chart of 49.1 million units. Best-selling console of the 16-bit era. However, in the UK at least, and away from the console market, because I know we're not going to go too much into that, as we stick with the toys, nothing could compete with one of the greatest and most sought-after toy sets of that era, if not any era, given the demand for it at the time. Does anybody have any inkling at all as to what this could be?
Is it Thunderbirds related?
Keith, you are, without a shadow of doubt.
because no one could afford one. So Blue Peter, they had to.
Yes. So Tracy Island.
It was. So, small replica of a sci-fi action figure TV show. Obviously, it's from the
Thunderbirds. Again,
You
popular in the
Tracy
60s.
Again, Stingray,
Yeah.
Joe Knightley,
Captain Scarlet was my favourite hero, yes.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds, I would probably argue, was the most popular.
Yeah, it was
the others were great, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Thunderbirds were just endured for whatever reason. I mean, Tracy, literally the Tracy Island playset. So this is very interesting. It was released in 1992 by Matchbox.
Oh, right.
The set came with all of the Thunderbirds craft, each docked in their own secret areas around the island, such as Thunderbird 1 nestled under the swimming pool.
Yes.
And that was right in the middle of the set, which then retracted.
Yeah.
I mean, what? What are we doing? This was unbelievable. The demand for it was absolutely unprecedented, with every single toy retailer never having the set in stock, and with systems overflowing with back orders. Kids needed another way to enjoy it because they wanted Tracy Island. And that was the end of it. I don't want anything else. And outside of the console kind of wars, as it were, that was it. That was the toy to have. Yeah, and Thunderbirds were back on the map. So what happened?
Who showed us how to build one, Dale?
Blue Peter.
Yeah, but who was it?
Come on.
Oh, it was legend. Anthea Turner. Yeah. Thanks, dude.
What is Blue Peter for our US listeners?
Oh, that is
Sorry, yeah,
now describe Blue Peter for people who don't know what it is.
Okay, so Blue Peter was a kids show that was on about 5 o'clock every day. And was it every day or maybe every other day? Maybe Monday.
I think it was a
Friday.
3 days a week.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they basically just have loads of little segments for kids and like covering what is going on and stuff. And then one time they just decided to go, oh, well, loads of kids can't have Tracy Island this year, so why don't you make one out of papier-mâché?
and washing up Richard bottles and
Dreams. And then you'll finally, but we can't, they didn't make the actual content. Anyone else try and make it, right? Nah. No.
So, indeed, step 4, Blue Peter.
If any person listening to this, made their own Tracy Island,
Tag us up.
can we
need
just
to know.
chat to us?
Please.
Tell us,
Yeah.
and if you do have any,
Email us a photo.
Tanya Turner, chat to us anyway. Say hello.
Anthea, if you're listening.
if you are Anthea Turner,
Or if you know Anthea Turner, please answer.
yeah,
Oh, come
or if any of you are lucky enough to have had the real Tracy Island as well.
Well, that now,
That'd be cool.
there's
There's more chance of Anthony Turner being on the pod, I think.
than having a...
Yeah.
Hey man, I met one of Angela Rippon's family once. She was distantly related to her because her name was Hell. So I was like, "Do you know Angela Rippon?" And she was like, "Yeah, she's like a distant relative." I was
So for our US listeners,
Angela Rippon was another
another territory. Here we are. There we are. Popular.
She was on the TV presenter. She did it like adult kids shows back in the day. Anyway,
She did. But yeah, we've had step 4, Blue Peter, and of course, Anthea Turner. Anthea, come on. If anyone's listening, who knows, get her on. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. But yeah, who was obviously one of the presenters on the show at the time. She used toilet rolls, tissue boxes, yogurt pots, of course, sticky back plastic, papier-mâché, all the classics. And she crafted, in many people's view, a pretty faithful mimic of the iconic toy set. Now, being as the actual Tracy Island was still virtually unbuyable, it was so scarce, the BBC actually received tens of thousands of requests for the building instructions for the DIY version.
Right.
So this wasn't just people who watched the show, this was people who heard about this and then went, I'm writing to the BBC. So they did. They heard the show was on, they heard that, so any of the kids or the parents outside of having watched the show, it just bled and bled and bled. And everybody was like, I need to know how to make it because I need to wrap it up for Christmas. And that's pretty incredible. But essentially, it remains one of their most popular segments in TV history.
wow.
Purely because of the reach of it.
I remember it.
Yeah, it's madness. And it didn't stop there. So the actual Matchbox Tracy Island set was given the Toy of the Year by the British Association of Toy Retailers for 1993. This was massive. And it's one of those ones that almost sort of eclipses all other toys when it came to popularity, demand, supply chain, back orders. The whole system was just absolutely backed up. But let's have a look. What else did we have in the early to mid 90s, chaps?
Oh God.
See, it's tougher now because by this time we were well into video games rather than toys.
Yeah.
Um,
We're phasing that build.
so apart from the really famous stuff,
Those little goblin things, what are they called?
Boglins.
Boglins.
My younger brother used to collect those.
Yeah.
Love Boglins.
Are we going to talk about boglins?
They are. That's another one you've just hit on, which is supremely collectible.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Oh, hang on.
What's going on now?
Keith Waterboglin.
Keeps rumbling around in his bag.
Oh my God. Oh my word. I'm not putting my hand up that one.
Make him speak, please. Yeah. Let's get his views.
Oh my God, Keith! Tell us, just deliver what you. I'm going to show some photos as well.
This is Dwark.
Yeah.
He is my boglin.
Oh God.
And he is my original boglin from, I think it was 1987.
Wow.
And I found him in my mum's loft. And he, considering he's rubber, he's in pretty good nick.
It is.
Do you shake his hand?
Just pose for a picture for James quickly.
I had the blue one, and he's long gone. But that's creepy. When you hold it like a puppet, and then you stick your finger into that little bit of plastic that moves.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, so
And it's like that is creepy.
the eyes are quite realistic though as well.
It's like I know. It's like you've got like actual animatronics on your hand.
isn't he good?
It's probably the most disgusting colour you can imagine, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
like
It's
a
green.
Browny green.
It's like dirty vomit.
Old bogey, I would say. Like, yeah, not French.
It's like his fault he was born.
But this is Dwark, and he's going to sit with me now for the rest of the pod. But yeah, I got him, and they came in. The boxes were like cages.
Yep.
If you remember those?
They were.
I don't really clearly remember what the other ones looked like because there was obviously a whole range of them.
I remember that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
My one looked not too dissimilar. I don't think they really varied in look.
but he's got.
They
So,
basi-
yeah, I mean, so how would you describe? It's basically a giant face with a tail
Yeah,
and
it's a boglin.
disproportionate arms.
Dude,
It's
it looks like a
It's a boglin.
Yeah, it looks like a boglin.
It's a boglin.
Yeah. There we go. We got some pictures there.
So there you go. There he is.
I will put those on our socials, and so you can see for those who have no idea what we're talking about.
And they had the mini ones. Do you remember the little collectible mini versions of them?
Yes.
And the other one's my brother. I think he collected all of them. I think at one point he had all of them.
Has there ever been a toy that hasn't been shrunk down?
No, but it's just that's an easy win, isn't it? A popular toy.
It is.
Shrink it down, like you know those poppets, those Funko Pops. Like
Yeah,
like now this little
mini
tiny-
Funkos. Yeah,
Like, I hear like you got these little bitty pops now. They're like
Oh my God.
Ted
Some of it's tiny.
Ted spent some of his
walking
on that,
through that as well.
and it's basically just a little box of Funko Pops that are tiny, but they're so cute. The little Pokemon ones. And look at that.
And the Funko Pop might not be here. Apparently it's not doing very well.
Oh really?
Is it not?
Dun dun dun.
When you consider how many people have them to sell, I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah.
They made,
I think it kind of reached saturation point, didn't it? They licensed everything.
Yeah.
There's like Funko Pop.
So now it's
everything.
It's going to come to a point now where it stops, and then they'll become collectible again. You get that opportunity to hold on to those.
Got your Funko Pops.
Stock up on your Funkos.
Yeah,
I have a Marty McFly at home.
yeah.
That is my only Funko. And I know you've got a British Bulldog, haven't you? Have you got a dog?
Yes, yeah. You got me and an Optimus Prime on.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, he's there with my Transformers.
Collection.
Yeah.
So, Boglins. Oh, well done. Bravo. What a blast from the
And
past.
this was definitely a Christmas present as well. I know the Christmas present.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I had a mate who had one of them, and it was very unnerving every time I like we went into
He's
the room,
watching you.
yeah, but like playing his SNES or whatever. I was like, what's that? But there we go. So the very early 90s, chaps, I've got to give an honourable mention to something a little different. It's not a boglin. It's not a collectible. It's not a little tiny item. It's not a Polly Pocket. It's none of that. It's actually a little cassette voice recorder from 1992. Do we know what it might?
My name is Kevin McCarthy.
Yes, Adrian. Adrian, tell us, what is that?
From Home Alone 2. Oh my words. Talk about, I guess it was made for the film, but they thought, well, hang on a minute, let's kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So what's it actually called?
What boy? I think it's
Yes, it is.
Boy.
Adrian is absolutely
nice.
10 AA points. In 1992, it actually had its heyday the year after, because in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, they produced a prop, which was this talk boy, sort of really weird kind of like, how would you describe it?
looks like a camcorder, but
Yeah, kind of.
it's, put it into the machine. You know, in the Fly 2 things goes inside.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You put a camcorder in the Fly machine, and it kind of makes it go a bit funny if things sticking out weird direction.
Yeah, it's got like a kind of microphony bit that sticks out, hasn't it?
Yes, it's got like almost like a dog leg type.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
like a protrusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what the talk boy was. So it looked kind of camcorder-y, because in the early 90s, like that camcorder
It's like a
shape.
camcorder mixed with Walkman.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But because there was so much interest, they actually produced it, and the portable voice recorder became massive, sold in stacks, and they even then produced a Talk Girl Deluxe as well. That was obviously, shades of pink.
Yeah.
Very stereotypical colours. Was Adrian? My name is Mrs. McAllister. Stand it up. Oh dear. And that was released in 93, so a couple of big years for them. And this is the bit that weirds me out. It ran all the way up in production to 1999.
Wow.
When it ceased production. Now, to be honest, not bad for a cassette-based toy that was essentially in a sea of CD players.
It's still the cheapest way to record stuff, though, I guess, isn't it? If you wanted to.
Yeah, I
record
suppose.
your own.
But it endured,
Yeah.
it continued to sort of be popular as a way of, I suppose, messing around with your voice. Do it again, Adrian. What was it?
Mine.
I like the bit with Tim Curry in the shower. Do you remember? Hey, it's Frankie, get up! Yeah, do you remember when he has the clown as well? Home Alone 2 is good.
It's a good film.
It is good. It is.
Underrated. I said underrated. So many people remember the first one. They'd forget about the second one, do they? So we're tiptoeing out of the very early 90s years, and we're going to draw the magnifying glass back a little bit and take a look at what the rest of the 90s and the move forwards into the millennium held for those hungry kids and teens, and let's be honest, exciting dads as well. So before we even get going into that sort of minefield of great toys and games, I thought I'd give a segment to a set of toy figures that became so unbelievably rare and sought after, even more so than the Tracy Island stuff, that people, frankly, were going to ridiculous lengths to get their hands on one. Now, bear with me. Have we all seen, of course we have, and if you haven't, what's wrong with you, the legendary Christmas film, Jingle All the Way?
No,
I never seen.
never heard of it.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not watched this film, you are missing out. There is a piece of your life that is missing.
100%
It is such a great film. It's a great laugh. It's just, and all of the cringy kind of like, oh no moments all the way throughout. You're just sitting there going, oh please, just give him a break. And he doesn't get a break.
He doesn't get a break, no.
And the end.
I've said this, I feel like we've talked about this on the pod before. We have, haven't we?
We have talked about Turbo Man.
Because the reason I know all the reindeer off by heart is because of the bit where he tries to enter the competition to win the Turbo Man.
Do it.
And then he's running down the street repeating it to himself. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Yes! That's the only reason. If anyone asks me, I know them off the top of my head just for that reason. It's a great film.
But the film in a very brief nutshell, we'll go Adrian because Keith Keith's been my main wingman, so I feel like I'm dissing Adrian here. Adrian, in a nutshell, what does he struggle to do in the film? What is the premise?
He can't get hold of a certain figure for his son. An action figure called Turbo Man, and he goes to great lengths to get the most sought after toy of that year.
Yeah.
So it's based on your kind of podcast. Every year there's a toy that everyone wants, and the demand is much higher than the supply. So it kind of fuels panic. So it's probably a very clever film in the sense that it happens every year, doesn't it?
It's just a great reflection of like the mad toy rush.
Yeah.
And especially around that early 90s period of again, toys were just growing and growing and growing in popularity. And it's an absolute must watch. Do get it on if you get the chance. I know Keith watches it every Christmas Eve.
It's a Barlow family tradition. Yeah.
And it's a great film. But the concept of the film came about when Chris Columbus, the producer, had actual significant trouble locating and purchasing a certain Buzz Lightyear figure.
Yeah.
Which was released immediately after that little-known kids' movie called Toy Story in 1995. It came with articulating limbs, a sliding helmet, and voice buttons, as well as pop-out wings. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, it was. That's what I mean. Even though we were like too old for those toys at that point, like it was all over the news, wasn't it? Like the fact that people couldn't get hold of them and.
The boy got one a couple of years ago. Obviously, they're still making it.
Yeah, my son got one a few years ago. Yeah.
A couple of different versions,
and are still very
still highly sought after.
But they were pretty much a victim of their own success right from the outset. So the vast majority, actually, of studios and retailers, they gave the whole Toy Story thing a hard pass. So most of the studios and the retailers were like, we're not interested. We're not interested in this whole Pixar thing.
Was it the first? It was the first Pixar movie, wasn't it?
Not technically true. There was one in the late 80s.
Was it the first feature length?
Yes, I think it
wasn't it.
The first commercially released.
Yeah.
There was another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it features like a baby and a ball and something. Anyway,
it's a jumping light.
Yes,
that's
where that came from.
More of a demo to show.
Yeah.
More than a film, but.
But yeah, the vast majority of kind of commercial bodies were just not interested. They were like, it's not going to do very well. And therefore that trickled down to obviously the boards and the stockists of.
Considering it was under like the Disney umbrella though, that you would have thought that.
Well, they just didn't. It was the early days of Pixar. They didn't see it going anywhere. Disney, yes.
Yeah.
But what we know as Disney Pixar now. Yeah, very different.
It was all new,
feature, but they gave it a wide berth, and it was two dolls that were released, which was the Buzz and also the Woody figure. I mean, it was a catastrophic mistake. They lost out over, they lost a lot of money, but the film took $370 million. This is worldwide, sorry. With kids hell bent on getting their hands on mostly a Buzz Lightyear toy, with Woody kind of being in second place, but still in high demand. So even though he was kind of second fiddle,
there's a snake in my boot.
Exactly. The suppliers and retailers, they weren't ready for what happened next. With parents, they were literally fighting with each other in the aisles of these toy places to grab what little stock they could find. And insane queues. If again, go back to what you said, Keith, about the news, go and have a look at some YouTube footage or whatever of the Toy Story rush. It is mind blowing. There are miles of queues. There are people camping outside for days. It's like, what are we doing? But it was just
it's the days before online shopping. So if you want it, you're going to go and have to wait outside in the cold, and then probably still not get one.
It just grew arms and legs and became an entire monster all by itself.
Yeah.
I mean, those not aware, obviously younger listeners not aware and just thinking what you're talking about, of that madness. Having seen Jingle All the Way, of course, we give you a flavour for it. What have you been doing all your life? But there's also, I think there's even a documentary. That's what I was going to say. I think there's actually a documentary about the shortage.
Wow.
So can you go and watch it? But the knock-on effect is what I want to talk about. Disney and its partners reported an unrealized sales loss of over $300 million. Not good. But in addition, those that did have the buzz figures, be it stores or individuals, put them on sale for anything up to a 400% increase on their original value. It always prompts me
the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, but it always prompts me the bit in the knockoff factory in Chicken.
Yeah, the Mexican Turbo Man doll. It falls apart. Yeah,
absolutely.
How much did they want? $300 for it as well.
And he pays it on the spot because they've got no choice, has he? But that's just that's the lengths that some people go to. But yeah, if you want to look more on that, it is a bonkers period of history, and it's crazy. But let's move away from the madness. I feel like my heart's going here. We'll get into some more toys that made an impact on our lives in the 90s. So what I've got now for you, gents, is and this, again, feel free to jump in whenever you want to here. We've already had the Boglin, which is amazing. But I've got some more. So I've gone for almost like a rundown list, and we're going to do a snowball effect. So we're going to talk about some classics that peaked in the 90s. We're going to talk about some good, better, best, legendary, if you like, yeah? So feel free to chip in. I've got on the list of big sellers, My Little Pony.
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Quite big.
Yeah.
Released in 81. Okay. TV show.
Earlier than I thought, though. Yeah.
Again earlier than
My sister had loads of those.
Because
they could brush their hair.
Yeah, man. These
I've got a He-Man with his big sword and his big cat, and
it's something where I could brush their hair.
They were like, we're gonna brush their hair.
So anyone, we've got a fund for Keith's Proton Pack. We're now going to have a fund for My Little Pony because he needs something to brush.
Trolls, though, innit?
Oh, trolls as well. Yeah, but they're too small.
I was just like, oh well.
Can't be bothered.
I like a mane of like fake hair to brush.
A mane.
It was fake hair, wasn't it? Yeah,
I hope so.
So the earliest My Little Ponies.
Actual horse hair. Oh god.
So Hasbro in 81, peak popularity, 90s.
Yeah.
So again,
really
not taking anything away from the 80s popularity. Big sellers always up to some of this, but there was a big pop in the early.
I didn't know that.
90s
I just assumed it was in my head. It was an 80s thing. My Little Pony.
It came back round again. You know,
Yeah.
I think with a lot of these,
girls like ponies. Come on, that's never really changed, does it? So
no two ways about it.
yeah.
But I think what it did was it wrapped up with a lot of other things that were revisited.
Did have a pony, or did have a pony?
My sister has a horse. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we are. Things I didn't know that. Another sort of young girl's dream is Dream Phone. This was by, I've just got in brackets, Milton Bradley. I don't know whether it's the inventor or the toy company, but it was a 1990.
Well, it's MB Games, isn't it?
Was it MB?
Yeah, yeah. That's Milton Bradley. You see it on all the board games. from
Remember,
that
there's
era.
me being. This is why he's here.
So it's the only reason.
There's that Simpsons episode they kind of play a knock of it, and they get the nerd. It looks like Millhouse. Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The dud. That's it. The dud. You got the dud. That's it. Yeah.
So cruel they're under that game. But yeah, so 91 release, peak pop was 96. So initially was popular, but there was a second version released.
Oh, okay.
A lot more kind of going on in it.
Yeah,
you know, probably more duds as well. But yeah, there was the scope was much bigger for the second version. So they expanded somewhat. Now this is a weird one. Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
Weird, but not
around for freaking.
Yeah. When
1960.
Yeah.
1960 was released by Ohio Art Company. It was a constant staple throughout. But again, another big revisited brand and toy into the 90s and the 2000s. And my boys, I've got a 14, 8 and a 5-year-old, they've all had Etch-a-Sketches at some point or another. And they love them. They'll sit there and doodle away on them now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy, isn't it? One of those simple ideas that just
Keeps
just
coming
just
back
carries
around.
on. Now, it wouldn't be a toy pod without mentioning maybe some Power Rangers.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We all remember the theme song. We all remember the infinite amount of time it took them to
One of the
transform.
best theme songs ever.
It's a great theme song.
Go Power Rangers.
So good.
Yep.
And how many covers have there been done of that?
So many.
God.
The rockier the better, but yeah, go on.
But we all remember all of our favourite kind of Power Ranger figures, don't we? And then later on, of course, you had the all the various different watches. You had the
Oh, the little
different
gadgety
kind of-
things.
all the
Yeah,
gadgets.
yeah.
You had all of
Yeah.
You had all the
And the Megazords.
the Megazords.
Yeah.
It was a good show. Don't get me wrong. It was a fantastic show.
It was a show that I watched because my brother Chris was watching it. I was like, oh, here we go, because I thought it was too cool for that.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, they've beaten the bad guy again. Okay,
I've watched a lot more of it as a dad.
They did.
Put it that way.
I think that's probably.
yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I think the reason maybe I was a little bit more into it, even though I was older, was because I've got my eldest cousin's 5 years younger than me.
Right.
So he was super into, like, he literally like breathed the Power Rangers universe. He loved it, and it probably kind of rubbed off a little bit. And I was like,
Oh, it's
that's cool.
purely a timing thing. If it was a few years before, we'd have all been mad about it as well.
without a shadow of a doubt,
Definitely.
But we're more
Absolutely.
Ghostbusters. Oh yeah. But yeah, so the Power Rangers, obviously by Bandai, 1993 release, loads of figures, and then ended up just exploding, expanding. And of course they could, because they had so many characters and whatever.
Yeah.
And even my youngest now, my little Arthur, he absolutely loves the Dino Fury.
Well, this is it. Every year they change the theme of it.
Yeah.
And so is it again, whole new range of toys, whole new range of Megazord things. Yeah. It's
I mean, a 5-year-old, you know, and you just think, I remember Power Rangers, like when they were in the 90s, you know. We've got another one, which is, does anyone remember Baby Alive?
What?
is this a doll? It's a doll, isn't it? Is it a doll that cries and stuff?
So this was by
Remember Lights Alive?
Lights Alive. This is Baby Alive. So this was by Kenner, again another big toy company. 1973 release, okay, but it had a revival in the early 90s. Okay.
Revived in the 90s.
Didn't they just? And this was essentially, you had a like a bottle which had like disappearing liquid.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
then-
My sister definitely had this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you had- the baby did
Yeah.
various actions. You couldn't use your imagination as to what they were. And and had, like, you know, voice, you know, crying, that sort of thing. And it was essentially to mimic a real baby.
Real baby.
I mean, great. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what we need, is to put people off having babies. Yeah, that's what we need.
I mean, I had the real thing 3 times, and so did Adrian. I mean, Jesus, you gluttons.
You guys didn't have a baby alive. If you'd had one when you were a kid, you're like, I ain't doing this.
We skipped the toys. But talking of babies, Beanie Babies.
Oh, freaking Beanie Babies.
I knew that was going to come up.
people would buy them as almost like an investment. Oh, I'm gonna
They were, weren't they? Yeah.
these that will help me retire in the future.
Until the Beanie Baby market collapsed.
It's funny you say that, because you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Beanie Babies, they achieved such an unbelievable commercial success that they burnt themselves out. There was so much reselling going on when eventually eBay came along, and obviously people had them for sort of the 10 years or so prior. They built up such an unbelievably stupid kind of collectible status that they just collapsed in on themselves. They're still available. They're still collectible and whatever, but obviously the market is pretty much fallen out the bottom of
You're
it.
not going to get rich off Beanie Babies.
No, not for at least another kind of 20 or 30 years, when, you know, lots of them have been got rid of. But another similar sort of toy, although an electronic version this time. Do you remember Furbies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger Electronics. Later, though, I thought, this is a weird Mandela effect, I thought Furbies were an 80s thing.
No.
Like a version of, but I'm just thinking about toys. 98.
It's later than I thought, though. Yeah.
1980, immediately popular. First 3 years of sales, 40 million units.
Wow.
Man.
Furbies.
That's mad.
I mean, they're little beaks, and they.
Yeah, the eyes and
I mean, to me personally, I don't actually see anything vastly different to kind of other, like Teddy Ruxpins or
Not really.
now.
But it was a craze, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was such.
But they would talk with each other. That was the thing, didn't they? You just some Furbies.
Yeah.
And I mean,
My boys all had them growing up and stuff.
you know,
So they carried on going.
They're
Oh, right.
rival in 2000s, but
Okay.
I wasn't really a fan. Like, they're just, They reminded me of, we actually had guinea pigs. I was like, oh, for goodness sake, these are really annoying. They just meat at each other. I was like, for goodness sake, meat. Like, Furbies or guinea pigs, get in the bin.
get in the bin. It's like Purple Barneys. No.
No guinea pigs were hurt in this podcast.
So no guinea pig. Well, thankfully for you, well, I suppose they are toys because you can buy like toy versions of them. But guinea pigs are not.
True,
toys.
yeah.
Do not use your guinea pigs as toys, ladies and gentlemen. They're live animals. But Furbies, yeah, they were massive. 40 million in 3 years is absolutely bonkers. But I don't really get the hook personally.
No,
I'm not really target audience. But there we go. So we move up a tier. Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on now, let's get this wagon rolling. 96 they were released in Japan.
Okay.
A 97 US release, and that was I think Europe as well, by Bandai. Again, a big company, still going very strong. And again, a massive immediate hit. 10 million units in the first 8 months overseas. 8 months overseas, 10 million units. Let that sink in. So the Furby was good. This was even better. And you talk about fads. You talk about trends.
Yeah.
What was Dill? What was a Tamagotchi? Did you have one?
It was a Tamagotchi is thing you have to keep alive. It never appealed to me. So it's like a little pet because people love having pets.
Yeah. A little electronic pet.
Electronic pet, and you have to click buttons to feed it or pay it or whatever. But no, it never appealed to me. Never had one.
But you definitely knew several people that had them.
Oh,
And were like well into.
And they were like obsessed with that thing and like keeping it going. I don't think any of you guys in this room.
No, I didn't have
but
one.
you
Again,
can.
again, my sister did.
Yeah, you could hire people to look after your Tamagotchi. I mean, yeah, babysit your Tamagotchi. I think there were people that would do that.
Do you know? I'd say you're not wrong, to be fair, because it was again. And
They died. He's a toy died. My Tamagotchi will
We
be
said it in Hatch and New Egg
wasn't
stuff.
wasn't that the case though? That it was almost like a sort of
It must have grown, right?
yeah,
Must
but
have grown to like a bigger thing. Otherwise, then what's the point?
yeah, but I'm sure like if it died, I think you had to literally reset the entire thing and start all over again. There was no kind of like save points or whatever.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, still like save points.
I like
and easy mode.
I save. Think about saving. Save as and then quit the game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, you got to do the save as. Yeah.
Gotta do save as.
Yeah, and then do you want to overwrite? No, I'll make a new one again.
Yeah, definitely. Just
So you
in
got
case.
500
Just in
saves.
case that save gets corrupted. I owned an Amiga, right?
I know.
I'm just like, in case that save gets corrupted, I'm having multiple saves.
You've done this is not your first radio, is it?
Yeah. No.
I mean, there was something in 1995 called a Sony PlayStation.
Oh no, I think that did video games. Yeah, you know, to talk about that.
Yeah, 102 million units.
Yeah.
Whatever. Barbie dolls.
Barbie,
Now-
what a legend, Barbie.
Legend. Absolutely legendary toy set.
Yeah.
Now, this goes back even further. So this was released in 1959. Jeez. Yeah, 1959. But it had now Barbie has seen several peaks, very few troughs. Several peaks because it's always been very successful. Mattel, of course, being the distributor, but massive peaks during the 80s and 90s. All-time bestseller on loads of lists, given the amount of versions that there were, of course. And it's the most difficult thing about the Barbie was you can't really put it in an era. Now, I put it in the 90s because that was one of the biggest peaks.
Okay.
Now, obviously, fast forwarding slightly because of the release of the Barbie film, the live action, etc. That went absolutely stratospheric. So the brand is like it's one of those kind of top tier,
Stronger than ever. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's untouchable. But it's been a constant staple. So 1959, was the first Barbie doll. It's since then had various iterations, and there's been other copies and things. There's been hundreds of thousands of copies, but never obviously exactly the same. And they come with all different toy sets. We go back to Toy Story. You remember the segment in Toy Story where I think is it Toy Story 2?
Yeah, Barbie and Ken are in that.
Yeah.
And she's driving the guys around the toy store, and she's talking about the versions and all that sort of stuff. But there you go. It's one of those kind of enduring toys. I suppose even without the film would still remain popular. So the next one, I've actually got them here. Now this, I'm going to settle on this one for a few minutes because this of the 90s is one of my faves. Yeah, it's probably my fave of all. An absolute obsession in schools and colleges and playgrounds and whatever. And you had to collect the shiny, colourful, unique POG tokens, of course, to marks, from the packs that you bought. And obviously there was a lot of trading going on, a lot of getting your mates round. You got one of these and you got a shiny, etc., etc. And they did like limited edition packs and things like that. And that was from the packs. I seem to remember it was either a toy shop or a newsagent. There was no one else that stocked it. And it was like a newsagent down the bottom of the hill where we lived, and I was like, when like I got given a little bit of money to go and buy a set of Pogs, I was like, okay, it's go time.
Yeah.
And I used to get like really sweaty about it because it was just I was wrapped up in one of the crazes, you know, like the Furby people and the Barbie people and stuff like that, and Tamagotchi. So a couple of interesting facts about Pogs. The game actually comes from the early 1900s. What? Who'd have thought? Yeah. Kids would play with cardboard caps from glass milk bottles as the game pieces. So the game got its name eventually from the popular passion fruit, orange and guava juice brand made by Haleakala Dairy in Hawaii. Yeah, in Hawaii in the early Mesozoic. There you go.
That's why they're called Pogs.
Wow. That's why they're called Pogs. So,
Cool fact.
So the dairy eventually then started putting their logo on the caps in the 70s, which then fueled collection. If anyone's got any dairy caps out there from the 70s, probably worth a fortune. But the biggest shift came in the early 90s when a particular businessman called Alan Ripinski, he bought the trademark and founded the World Pog Federation.
Well, Federation.
It was massive. So the official game...
Pogan.
Pog Bogan. The official game of Pog was then launched and instantly became a huge success, with kids clambering for more and more of the different coloured and textured Pog counters and slammers. So, games invariably involved using a shiny plastic slammer token thrown down on top of a stack of normal cardboard counters to try and topple them over. And therefore, you'd win the ones that you toppled over. So you had to be a bit careful about the ones you were putting up for kind of, fair game, because you didn't want to lose your shiny.
No, it's the kind of thing that could easily devolve into fights.
I'll dish them out now so the guys can have a look at them. I've got 4 here now. I've got plenty more at home, but I managed to grab 4 before I came out.
I only had the football ones. I never bothered with any other.
Well, see, I had both. I had the Premier League ones as well. And you used to be able to get them in crisp packets. I'm not sure who it was that gave them away.
I think that was right.
Because they were in a little plastic sleeve covered in like Cheetos.
Yeah, some of that.
Yeah,
Aids and cereal packets.
cereal ones.
Chris a bit hot. Ow. But like Keith, what was the? I mean, you guys played it, but what I talk about the slammer. What was the slammer? So what?
So it's like was it the same size as the tokens, or was it a bit bigger?
I think it was slightly thicker. But
It was the same bigger, made of plastic, and they had all kind of like crazy different designs and stuff. And that's what you would slam down onto the pile.
That's it.
Yeah,
and then obviously it's sort of, I suppose for anyone who's never played it, never seen it, doesn't know what it is. Think about the kind of qualifying game in Squid Game. So anyone that's watched Squid Game,
It's old game. That thing.
yeah, and essentially you have to flip that the sort of stack, the sort of chunky stack of paper, as it were.
Yeah,
you have to, or an envelope, or whatever it is, you have to flip it over.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same
and
thing.
That's how you win the tokens.
And that's how you'd win the tokens.
So you could beat that guy in Squid Games, you think?
I don't know. It's been a hot moment since I've played Pogs. But I used to be all right. I used to win my fair share.
And don't forget, Alf's back.
Impossible.
No. Good God. I mean, yeah, they were massively popular. I used to absolutely love these. And let's be honest, even if you didn't kind of play it a lot, lunch times, break times of school in our sort of early teens, everyone was playing it.
They were very cool as well, like the ones you just shown us, like as well as like your football stickers or trading cards and stuff. They were yet another thing that you'd be like, oh, I'll swap you this one for this one.
Are they worth a pretty penny these days?
So yeah, there are singles that are worth a bit. If you've got a set of a particular run of, there are some that are worth like tens of thousands, because they weren't released necessarily all in one go. They were released across packs.
Yeah,
so you had to collect them via buying several different packs, and it was just like football cards.
Yeah.
In the sticker albums, you get your selection, and then you've got this, etc. What was it? Got need.
Yeah.
So and that's how it went, and it became that sort of almost as massive.
Like you say, it was quintessentially 90s Pogs, weren't they?
Without a doubt. They were just about 90s as you get. But I mean, there were tournaments, there were like big prize money for these things, and it's, now massive collector's item. But yeah, the 90s,
bringing up a big one again,
However, I mean, I've no idea if these guys are worth anything, but I've got another little kind of small cardboard box that I've had stored away for goodness knows how.
Yeah.
Probably best part of 30 years. And, you know, I've got probably, there's at least 150 in there. I would say, and that's slammers.
It's a shame because that is a thing that would have, for most people, so easily got binned.
Yeah,
without
They just got chucked. They just got chucked away. Yeah,
yeah, and I know for a fact that that's one thing I didn't throw.
yeah.
And I'm quite pleased with that. So I might have to look into what I've got. So, but I'd never said anything like this.
I do remember the Premier League ones though. I did have quite a few.
Still only collected the Premier League one. Yeah, I believe. So there we go. But why not? But listen, let's not wax lyrical any further. Let's not beat around the bush.
Dwell on the
The 90s belonged to a toy and game movement that was so vast, it continues to shape media, toys and video games today and shows no sign of slowing down anytime soon. You might have an idea of the particular movement I'm talking about.
Got an idea, yeah.
What could it be, chaps?
I want to be the very best.
Now, no joking aside, I need to just point this out, Dill. If you'll allow me a very brief moment. Keith, would you read what I've got on my little script there? Where is it? Hang on, I've got to find it. There it is.
put a little mark next to it.
What have I put?
I want to be the very best.
I've actually put down to sing, and you've stolen my thunder. Sorry, you usurper of podcasts. But so well done for singing it.
Yeah, sorry.
Wanna be. But it is, of course, it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Pokemon. So the first iteration of the brand. Any ideas when the very first games were released?
I want to say 97.
Any movement on 97?
No, I said 98.
Nice.
Still saying Keith's. He's too good. He's too good. I can't have you here next time.
Sounds good. So I kind of missed
And actually,
it, like, because I like the card.
We only got into it from the cartoon first. Yeah.
it was actually early that year, February the 27th, 96, with two games, Pokemon Red and Green in Japan for the Game Boy. And the US releases were the red and the blue versions that arrived. They then, so technically I've kind of a bit of a trick question there because the Japan release was 96 and actually the US and EU version was 98.
Oh, there you go. So I was right.
So you were kind of right. But it was a little while after, obviously. But the first set of Pokemon cards landed very shortly after those respective releases, and the rest is very much history. There's actually in Japan it was called something Cardus, Pokemon Cardus, something.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know what it's. They had a different name, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then when it obviously was sold then outside of the Asian territories, then sort of just exploded. Adrian, you're dying to say something.
Well, I just know that I've once owned the original Pikachu cars, and I've got photographic evidence. And
are you joking?
You know what? It could have easily slipped through one of the floorboards at Edgar Road. So if you were buying a super portal,
It's fallen into the same portal as Leonardo.
really lucky. I still managed to get some of my old Pokemon cards as a kid, and I've given them to Tate. And he's got a pretty good collection.
Nice.
90s Pokemon cards. That's the recent ones. He's got like an old Mewtwo, or the one the first of the Mewtwo's. Might be worth a bit of money actually.
Yeah.
But it's think an original Pikachu it's worth quite a lot now. But it's gone.
It is.
Edgar Road.
Edgar Road's full of treasure.
It's literally
Under the floorboards, in the wall.
anyone doing a Reno on 29 Edgar Road, get them floorboards up, get that drywall down, because God knows you'll find a Turtles figure, you'll find a Pokemon card.
They'll find the toy so they can pay for the renovation.
Yeah, the wall.
Okay, well, to put that back up, I need that much money. Okay.
How much of a risk is that, though? We need to tear it down to see if we can find the toy to pay for it. Oh, it should be like a game show. Anyway, we digress. But the cards have become the hottest collector's items. There are some cards with an original Pikachu, a limited edition, being worth $5 million. Now,
Ridiculous, I know.
I'm going to throw my oar in here because I personally think, and we've said this before about games as well, it's totally bonkers. All the grading companies turning what should technically be a nice little collector's item into some kind of like printing press. Yeah. So we'll shake a virtual fist at you. Yeah. But that's just my tuppence. But hey, we'll talk more about the glorious world of Pokemon. But the third-party selling and all the dealing aside for one moment, the Pokemon Company remains one of the most profitable toy and game organizations in the world because people love buying all the cards, the figures, they love watching all the movies, and they love things like Detective Pikachu and
And they keep on making new Pokemon. Like every year there's a new Switch game or a new something else that brings a whole raft of new Pokemon.
And people love it.
Very similar. Like, you look at like, hang on, does that look a bit like Pokemon from the first generation? Oh, it's that guy, but he's fire now, right? Okay.
No deal, but it's different.
It's different. It's the same.
You must buy it.
But Christmas party.
And it is one of the most popular sort of, toy-based organizations around. They drag in 12 billion a year just from Pokemon. Billion. And they produce a host of Pocket Monster merchandise, such as cool drinks bottles, cuddly toys, clothing, and even food-based items and sweets. And I think, wasn't there, I seem to remember, you have to jog my memory here, didn't I do like a retro news pod ages ago? Wasn't there something like a Pikachu Bao Bun or something?
Possibly. There's definitely been fizzy drinks, haven't there?
Oh, you fit the
fizzy drinks.
Yeah. We had them.
Yes.
So Wordle juice.
That's something else.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick change. Move on.
There goes the tone. Officially lowered. Any road. What's there a bottle of that in Edgar Road somewhere as well, is there? I don't even know where I was. Sweets, toys. I am going to briefly mention it because I can't not. There's a total of 38 video games, official video games that sit in the Pokemon universe. I say official because there's loads of knockoffs and spin-offs, yeah. And there are hundreds of these other spin-offs as well, but 38 official video games, which is quite a lot anyway.
That is a lot.
And lots of add-ons and things for consoles and PCs over the years. Dill, you've already alluded to the fact that there's, ones that look the same but are different. And this is to accompany the 125 card sets that are available. That's a lot of card sets. So let's face it, though, corporate stats to one side, those little monsters have brought untold amounts of joy to many a Christmas morning, with kids getting their fave monsters either inside or outside the video game Crucible as a card or a toy. And let's face it, no kind of Teddy collection is complete without a Pikachu or a...
God, we've got so many. Because they kept bringing them out at the thingy. What's it called? Build-A-Bear. So we've got a Pikachu, we've got Eevee, we've got Charmander, we've got so many.
There's so many. Yeah. It's way too many to sort of name, but there's almost like a plush toy for every So, or versions of, and all the miniatures.
Yeah.
So we can see a glimmer of light at the end of the journey tunnel, but there's a lot to do before we get there. And I want to give a slight nod because we looked at Pokemon, we looked at a stack of 90s stuff. There's still another rundown to come with all of the other stuff. I've got some more toys on there to go through, and of course your last shouts, honourable mentions as well. But I want to give a little tip of the hat to some of the younger listeners. I say younger, I don't mean young because we're all old. Younger listeners, and we're just gonna literally peek open the curtain and look at the millennium. Because there were some big hitters there.
I reckon we probably dabbled in a few of these.
We need to, without a shadow of a doubt. So I wanted to give them kind of the benefit of the doubt. So, of course, games consoles continue to be Christmas staple for most kids, given their wide variety of gaming titles and accessories. The king of it, what was the king of it in the early 2000s?
PlayStation.
Of course it was. It was PS2. I can't not mention 160 million units.
No, you can't really.
I mean, let's be honest.
Over that.
It would be somewhat remiss. Best-selling console of all time. La-da-da-da-da. We do have stacks of info available in other pods about PS2 stuff, games, consoles, you name it. If you want to go and read about all of that or listen to that, then please do so. But toys, they were still very popular. Even with all of the console wars going on and all of that kind of units being sold, the kids still wanted to play with various toys. And we had plenty more fads coming up, plenty more trends coming up. So we start 2000, less of a toy, more of a lazy child's way of getting from A to B, as long as the distance was less than about 50 yards. It's a trainer come roller skate produced by a company called, and I'm going to give it away here, Heelys Incorporated. It's, of course, the Heelys. Yeah. So it featured a small built-in wheel into the heel of the trainer or sneaker for our American friends, which allowed the child to hurt themselves. I mean, skate when leaning backwards slightly and resting on the heel of their foot. Injuries, chaps. I saw
in the splits
several.
I mean, there's come on.
I saw a few. Henry, my eldest, who's 14, he had a set of
Oh,
these.
did he?
Yeah, and he must have been. He was only, I think, maybe 7 or 8. And yeah, he quite catastrophically injured himself.
No.
He was fine. He's okay. But yeah, it took a bit of getting. It was like a skateboard, for example.
Yeah.
Or roller skates or whatever.
Again, the thing about skateboard is you can jump off it. If things start to go wrong,
If the thing is on your
if it's laced onto your foot, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, and it was like the skip it, which is like Dill was saying.
yeah.
Like Dill was saying, you're literally just basically dooming yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't stop the popularity. And it was similar in terms of the trend wise to the skateboard, although Heelys kind of tailed off a little bit. They are still available. Obviously, skateboards still endure.
Yeah.
But when it debuted, it caused quite a stir, quite a few injuries as well. But yeah, it was once you mastered the sort of the speed and the balance, you did. It was quite cool, like watching people who'd mastered.
Like all those things.
Whizzing around.
once
You're
you're-
like,
yeah.
wow, that's kind of cool. I always thought they were like little electric motors or whatever, but they were. This is literally you run and then But there we go, Heelys. So something very similar actually in year 2000, a release of the immediately popular Razor kick scooter. Anyone remember these?
The micro scooters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So kids scooters obviously had been in various forms, have been around for decades, but they followed roughly the same design and offering. But the Razor was edgy and it was cool, and it had a sleek aluminium body, which is extremely lightweight, so you could carry it all over the place. It also could fold in on itself as well, so completely flat for easy carrying. And it had height adjustable handlebars and a funky rear foot brake, so you could look cool when you were stopping. Not that stopping's cool, but you could look cool if you were stopping. So yeah, does anyone remember seeing those around?
Oh yeah, because I think now all of our kids would have had some variant of those.
Yeah.
So,
Without a
it's
doubt,
massive.
I've got a whole front garden full of them. Literally. So later models featured light-up wheels and footrests.
Yeah.
There's a fully electric version that came out in 2003. So I didn't realise the electric versions came out so early. Although now electric scooters can get in the bin.
Just go to the roads. Yeah.
Get off the road! Have to be so careful these days. But the Razor was an instant hit, shifted millions of units in its first 6 months, and it actually obtained the very best prize of Toy of the Year in the UK for 2001.
Oh, okay.
So released in 2000, and it was top of the tree for 2001. But yeah, my boys have all got them. They've all had various incarnations of these scooters. Sticking with 2001, we'll switch over to the girls briefly. Another massive big fish in the pond was a doll brand that actually was I'm not going to call it irreverent, but slightly edgy. Remember Bratz?
Yeah.
I remember Bratz. Yeah. So you had the Beanie Babies, you had Barbie, you had all of those kind of, should we say, safe kind of girls' toys. And Bratz was a bit more kind of teen grunge type ilk. Massively popular, hit shelves in May 2001, and designed to be a lot more edgy than their previous counterparts. 4 members of Bratz: Chloe, Jade, Sasha, and Yasmin, if you care to know. They were created by Mattel as well, and it was actually no. Let me rewind on that. It was created by a Mattel employee, so he was doing a bit of
Yeah, he was pinched. He used to work at Barbie, I think, doesn't he?
A guy called Carter Bryan.
He was headhunted, and he brought a lot of the trade secrets over.
There's an
I think it was taken to court as well.
So if you want to read about the darker side of Barbie, but this guy, Chris Bryan, Carter Bryan, he came up with this, and he was a Mattel employee at the time, so a bit of a conflict of interest, and obviously caused a bit of stir. But yeah, fast forward to today, 20th anniversary. The producers of just previously they did the 20th anniversary. The producers of the toys, MGA Entertainment, they released a set of near exact replicas of the originals for sale with holographic packaging. So, and that's they like faithful reproductions of the originals, which I don't think we'll come back to this when I do my sort of bump a bit at the end.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's many toy brands that have done exactly that. How many have done it?
Not many. They have in the last few years. The He-Man.
I think they're in the minority though, aren't they? Because I don't think any have created a replica of what they had. Maybe they should. Yeah, there you go. There's an idea.
There you go.
Create your 80s and 90s initial releases as a replica. There you go. Who needs to collect? Just like that. But do you know what else was popular in the 2000s, chaps? Something called Japanese anime figures. Yeah, that little kind of thing that wasn't for it. No, it was really popular. It was massively popular. Japanese anime, of course, has been popular for years and years. Lots of figures, different vehicles, devices, etc., etc. They found their way into everything. And there's people sitting there listening who love anime, because I know there's a few anime pages that I follow on Instagram. They're going to be shouting if I was huge about what I should be featuring. But sadly my knowledge is
I think
is slightly low,
slightly limited on the anime front. Yeah,
but it is huge, and so are a lot of the figures. And actually, just as a side note, there's a like a little collector's shop down near Taunton, where I've been on holiday for a couple of years on the trot now. Lovely place, and they've got loads of anime collectibles and stuff in cabinets and things, and they're like the detail on them is nuts. You know, I'd love to. I'm way too expensive, obviously, but there's such cool things there, like all the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, or Dragon Ball. That's the other one. Things like that, or Ghost in the Shell figures and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy. But they really caught on outside of the Asian markets, being licensed by Mattel for release outside of Asia. They basically just went absolutely mad. And to couple with that, around about the same time, do you remember Beyblade?
Oh, yeah, my son loved Beyblade.
I can't not mention it. In a nutshell, Keith, what is it?
They're like spinning tops, basically, aren't they?
They fling open.
Yeah.
They are flinging.
They explode open when you smash into them. I really enjoyed playing those with my son when he was younger.
Great fun.
He doesn't now, but he's still got a big tub full of them. So there's like a ripcord thing, isn't it? That you pull it and then they spin really fast and you battle with someone and they bounce off each other and eventually one of them goes and they come apart. And
this is it.
Great fun.
It's savage.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, it's sort of. Normally bright.
A lot of them have got metal parts as well.
They have. Yeah, some of them have got like little claws and you know, you just think, Jesus, could take somebody's eye out. But yeah, normally brightly coloured spinning tops, and players spin and drop into a specially designed tabletop arena, and the winner is the one that knocks their opponent out of the arena or stops the other Beyblade from spinning. Came in a variety of designs, some linked to video games as well, which are obviously quite popular. Manga characters as well, you could buy, and again we come back to anime. They had different anime versions as well of the Beyblades. Why wouldn't they? Of course. And then a version of Beyblade of small plastic tops was actually played in Japan way before that. But this new set included a heavy duty arena and new rules, along with going on sale outside of the Asian markets, meant that it obviously just exploded. Yeah, so it was originally a sort of a Japan kind of safekeeping, and then word got out. Yeah, and they licensed it everywhere. And it blew up as well, and it all happened in a very, very short space of time, because there was actually a TV show as well. 1999, and then the TV series officially aired over here 2001, and Hasbro snapped it up and sent the toys out in 2002. So another big winner.
Still going pretty strong, I think, as well.
They are. I still see them. Yeah. Adverts, TV ads, I think.
Yeah, they're still going.
But I mean, we've got a few sort of, big names there. But what we're going to do is there's going to be a plenty of honourable mentions, so feel free to throw a few in here. But I'm not done completely with the noughties, and I'm not done completely with the 90s. I'm gonna give you some big honourable mentions. Quick rundown, like we did with the kind of the 90s originally. We're going to do that again. So, Hot Wheels. Can't not mention
again, it. That will go on forever.
Timeless.
Yeah.
1960
toy cars. Come on.
Toy cars based on other things. Just
again, they snap up all the licenses. There's just everything you can think of.
Gone into video games now.
Oh
yeah, we've got a PS4 game.
Video games as well.
Yeah, you've got because the actual Hot Wheels game is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And the Hot Wheels expansion thing on Forza Horizon and stuff's real good. So I've heard, haven't got it, but yeah. Hot Wheels.
Not bad for a 1968 invention. New tracks and garages available. Like they started to really sort of expand in the early 2000s, 90s and early 2000s with the big tracks, sharps, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Skip It Retro. This is a weird one.
Is that just a skipping rope?
Yeah. No, it's the Skip It. The one right. But what the fun ball jumping game that was invented decades ago, they actually reinvented it as the Skip It Retro and dared to call it retro. I mean, it's not even that old. Do you know what I mean? But that was massively popular. Anyone remember Robo Sapien?
Yes. Yeah.
2004.
Robot dog. Yeah.
I love this toy company. It's called Wowie. Fully interactive, articulate. It could dance, make noises.
Yeah. I had one of those.
And it's
I had Robo Sapien. Yeah.
Maybe let's cancel the Keith Barlow Proton Pack Fund. Jeez.
He's got enough.
He's had enough.
And let's go to Edgar Road and do a renovation. Yeah, and find out Adrian stuff. It's a PS2 we've already mentioned there. Nintendo DS 2004.
DS bar.
The Slinky.
When was that invented? Come on.
Do you know when it? Guess a decade. Guess a decade.
All right.
Wasn't great if you lived in the bungalow here.
He has to spoil it, doesn't it? No, but I agree. It was terrible because there's only one thing you could do, which was hold it in your hands and do this, like wobble it from left to right. So
Oh, I'll say 1940s. Just to go really old.
it's just
a spring.
I can't do anything, can I?
That was just a guess.
He gazumped it.
He's gazumped it. He's undermined the stat already.
Just a guess. Come
It
on.
was invented in the 40s.
Okay.
Wildly popular in the 90s and 2000s. And as Dill said, yeah, if you lived on the flat, it was a bit depressing because you couldn't do the whole stairs thing.
I wasn't a little duplexy thing. Obviously, as
Oh yeah.
boys know. So I did have there was a little bit of one. I had a little 3 stairs up on the one run. There it goes.
Oh,
Man.
God.
When you get tangled up though, that was such a
But yeah, they're basically ruined, don't they, when you do that? Yeah. Trying to straighten it out again.
I seem to remember. Oh, that was the worst.
Mm.
When they got that, you had to literally trace it round. And,
Yeah.
Oh God. It was actually invented, I think, by some sort of military engineer that basically was working on coil springs
Right.
and worked out the fact that they had this movement and that they kind of came alive. And when I was younger, it freaked me out when it went down the stairs because I was like,
actually doing it.
I didn't work out. I couldn't fathom how it went down the stairs. I was like, that's weird. Anyway, Uno. I've got to say Uno, released in 71, but lots of new versions. Again, massively popular now. And there's even doing all the social stuff. And Dill's looking up. Has he got an Uno?
I might have left it on my girl.
Oh no!
But there is Uno in this house.
Socials, looking on socials, as I do quite a lot. There's loads of like Uno-based japery on there. People talking about the reverse cards and stuff like that. And it's like,
like screwing people over. Uno thing.
Yeah, let's not do that. But no, it's still crazy popular. Anyone remember the Magic 8 Ball?
Yeah, I had a couple of them.
What did you do with it, Neil?
Stuck it on a light bulb and melted it. But that was one of them, and then I tried to break open another one. Didn't manage it, but various TV programs have now shown me what's inside one, and that's fine.
And you're happy with that, but you're not happy you destroyed the one you had.
I don't want blue water all over myself.
No.
All right. Yeah, that's all right.
So he's good. 1950. Yeah, still appears. It still appears in various forms now. Still popular. Yeah. So there we go. Scale Electric.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. I mean, it's up there with the train set, isn't it?
Oh yeah, classic all time.
Just moving vehicles on the track. Hello, and it was so bad boy as well because you get like power sliding around corners and going too fast and throwing it off the end.
Flinging it off the track. Yeah.
Amazing. 1957.
Brilliant.
What invention that was?
By Triang and later Hornby, surged in the 90s and 2000s, and you had other brands getting in on it as well. I mean, Scale Electric personally, I think, has been the one.
Oh, number one. Yeah.
There was one my oldest cousin had, again going back to an old Christmas video that I've got. He got a Tomy one, an AFX.
Oh yeah, that rings the bell.
Unbelievable
Yeah. Headlights
and
moving parts.
I
do remember them. Yeah.
They had like these weird bits on the track where they crossed over and they went really close.
Yeah.
And if you timed it, you could like knock your opponent off the track or this sort of stuff. I mean, like the variations were nuts. But Scale Electric, again, still going now. You go into a Smith's Toys, you go into anywhere, you'll find Scale Electric sets.
Yeah. Well, that was it. I remember as a kid going into like model shops with my dad, and they would sell Scale Electric cars as well. So you could buy the different cars, like different racing cars and stuff, and
unbelievable,
brilliant.
I mean, there is one more little kind of sort of one that doesn't fit into the toy category per se, and I'm going to save it till very last. But before I do that, chaps, this is your chance. Keith, you mentioned Mask. I know you want to give a minute or two on that. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And then, lads, you can chime in with anything else that you have. But Mask, why?
So
Mask?
So I think it was 1986. So there was a cartoon. So Mask. Can anyone remember what it stands for? It was an acronym. MASK.
Military. No.
Mobile Armored Strike Command with a K.
Like Mortal Kombat. Yes. But they okay.
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Is that the opposite of Mark with a C?
Yes.
It's like Must
With a K.
Must.
With a K. Command with a K. Yeah. And it was twofold, the thing with this. So each character had a mask,
Yes.
which had a different power.
Yes.
But also the vehicles. They
Max Tracker.
Matt Tracker. They transformed from one thing into another.
Oh.
So Matt Tracker had, it was a Corvette that turned into a plane.
It was so cool, man.
Purely through the mechanism of the doors opening.
I know some of
But-
I know some of the oh no way, yeah.
And then there was the helicopter, which turned into a jet, which was a little pointless, but still very cool. But there was so many toys. And I had loads of them. I've only got a couple now.
The little kid, that stupid robot friend that looked like.
Oh god! So
Got
that
them
was
and
Matt
it's not-
Tracker's son.
Matt Track.
Whoa, what was his name?
C3PO wasn't it kind of.
Yeah, it was just like a little egg-shaped robot, and all he could do is turn into a scooter. So his little arms turned into the handlebars, and he was riding round. Oh god, I've forgotten his name. But those toys were
sorry,
fantastic, and they're super collectible now.
Oh, insanely so.
Yeah, they came in really. At the time, I think I've spoken to my mum before about it. They were really cheap. Like there was only like 1 or 2 series of the cartoon, and it was the kind of toy that they were discounting in like Toys R Us and places like that. So that's why I had loads. Now they are really, really like collectible.
you've still got 'em?
And I've still got a couple. Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen them
Because they came in
touched 'em.
really flimsy cardboard boxes as well. So to get boxed ones like on eBay, like you're paying big money. But yeah, Mask.
Mask is
one of my
is
all-time favorites.
a real deal for Keith. Guys, any further kind of gems to add?
More for my kids really, because we Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Spawned into the Skylanders universe, and the Skylander games. You literally had to buy the toy characters on Portal.
That was such a smart
It was
idea,
amazing,
wasn't
and
it?
Reese loved it. Then my middle son Ewan loved it, and Tate loved it.
Yeah.
Every other weekend, Dad, I keep losing on this part of the game, and I've leveled up all my characters. I really need another person for more lives. Let's go to Toys R Us and get another figurine though.
The genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was man, it's very clever. So we still got loads of Skylanders.
Who owned that? Like who was? Do you know?
Yeah. Ooh.
I was gonna say I'm thinking of a Disney one because Disney did one as well, didn't they? They did a
Disney
version.
Infinity, I think.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They
Skylanders
did
way before.
Skylanders first. But I mean that
It is
massive.
Spyro the Dragon. I don't know who owns Spyro though.
No, I'm not sure. But yeah, what a smart idea.
It's such a great idea, though. Isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, and and it's not just a toy; it's kind of toy and game, isn't it?
Games, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Excellent. Dill?
My favorite kind of things were like train stuff, like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas.
I don't know if you guys are into
Yeah, I was massively into Thomas.
I all like the wind up ones where you put the little key in and wind them up. And
Yeah.
track.
Was it a plastic track? That one, like those set, or was it wooden? Or I can't even
It
remember.
was metal.
Oh, was it?
Remember, then things were those
Okay.
things were painful if you
Catch your finger in.
But then they
Yeah,
slid
I did
together.
that
But obviously, they're all metal, and but they're like the little the what do you call those bit? They call them the rail trails. The sleepers.
The sleepers. Yeah.
The sleeper bits are like plastic, but actually the rails were.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the memories.
It wasn't electrified. It was literally you had to put
Wind
the
up.
key. I had a little
Yeah.
Percy. You put a little key in Percy.
No, little Percy.
That reminds me of something. You've actually just jogged. I used to have a Cause you talk about like manual, trains and stuff, mechanical. I used to have like a big train, and it didn't go any like you could push it along the floor, like it was like a carpet based train, but it had smoke coming out of it and made the noise. And this was I'm talking about mid 80s here.
Familiar.
I'm going back to like mid 80s, like probably 85 ish. You've just jogged my memory, and I had this train, and it literally made choo-choo noise,
come out.
and there was steam that came out of it because I think my parents you put water in it or something, and it like makes steam come. I didn't know how it worked, but you've just jogged my memory on that.
Yeah.
That was a great.
There
toy.
used to be a toy shop in Croydon called Beatties. Do you ever get
Yes.
Beatties?
Yes.
BT.
That's
sorry,
that's the one of the places I'm thinking of where I say we used to go like and buy scale electric cars, that
so
kind of
good.
thing.
Such a
Yeah.
great shop. But one of my favorite toys growing up was like a remote control car, but it looked like a buggy. It was called Jet Hopper. Basically, it looked like a buggy. It just rinsed through batteries. So that
Yeah. Also, yeah.
it's like rechargeable ones, but then rechargeable ones would last even less than a year. I have to recharge them overnight. Okay, all right. Tomorrow I can play with it again. Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
that
10 minutes out of it.
was pretty legendary. Yeah.
Thundercats.
Thundercat.
I did briefly mention that earlier, but again.
Yeah, the mum rat.
Do you know Mum
I had a little mum rat, and it came with 2 bits, like the mum rat and like a little gizmo thing.
Yeah.
And you put a battery in the gizmo thing, and you stuck it in his back, and it lit his
I
eyes
think
up.
all the figures had something similar because didn't they have the Thundercat symbol in their chest?
I always wanted the sword. Did you? Yeah. You had the sword. The sword is. Keith had the
I
sword.
did have the sword.
For goodness
I
sake.
did have the shiny red light. Batteries in it had the light.
You could say the line.
Thundercats.
You made it do the whole thing. You're so evil.
So
I
had the sword.
I think I might have had a
I had
sword.
and I had some of the had Lion-O. I had Panthro.
Panthrone.
And I think I even had, I can't remember what it's called, but you know the tank thing, like the Panthro used to drive, like and a little mum ra, but just to see that
chills.
this was the wrong Brave Star.
Hey, what is it? Ears of a something.
Right, no,
Strength of a bear.
strength of a bear, ears of a speed of the puma.
Yes. Eyes of a hawk, and ears of a wolf.
Yeah, something.
Anyway, we digress. But was there Brave Star toys?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But there wasn't like small 6-inch action figures. It was more like the sort of 12-inch doll.
Oh, damn.
You know, like Turbo Man. If you imagine that kind of
yeah.
size, I did have a Brave Star. I always wanted 3030, who was remember his metal horse.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know. I always wanted him.
Oh.
He's so cool.
Anyway, oh my God.
Yeah, sorry.
Too many to talk about. No, it's fine. There's so many to talk about. There's some good ones though that I didn't put down. I mean, look, I'd say it all the time before I mention kind of my final one before we go into the last bit. The tag us up, photos.
Oh yeah, we want to see it all.
You know, we'll do the promo as usual. We'll send that out. Look, put it. Just do. You know, if there's that chap out there that does all them lists. Do the list on the YouTube video. We love it. But any channel that you're on, just tag us in, put a photo. If you've got any of the classic toys, you've got any now, you've got photos of when
Any we've forgotten.
any that you used to play with, any old photos, new photos, whatever. Just tag us up, and we'd love to see all those. It'll be absolutely brilliant, and even bonus points would be if it's at Christmas as well, because it's a Christmas.
Oh, of course.
So finally, on my rundown, and if you remember any others, I'm sure you can shout them out at the end. But finally, on my rundown, I've got to mention just a forever eternal toy success that's loved by so many. Is it a toy, or do some people say it's more of a way of life? I'm going to have to mention Lego.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have to mention it.
What started as essentially a little wooden set of toys became an international phenomenon after the interlocking plastic bricks were patented and sold to the millions. Like I've just said, there are a lot of people that say Lego is in fact not just a toy, it is a way of life. And that does hold some water. Well, you've got now huge amounts of these building communities, competitions, big money and kind of plaudits involved. And there's TV shows.
Yeah,
There's been TV shows where they have competitions.
it's amazing the stuff they would do as well. It's incredible.
Mind blowing.
Yeah,
And
but you have to have like you say, you have to have like an engineering brain.
absolutely.
To look at it and go, right, I want to build this, and to do that I need to do this and this and this.
It's nuts, the stuff they come up with. And I'd imagine back in good old 1932, when Ole Kirk Christensen released the Forever Love brand, and he had no idea, obviously, that I would imagine it would become so massive. But why did I leave it till last? Obviously, it's a toy. It's a toy that's been around for nearly 100 years. We're getting on for that, yeah? Known globally in almost every country and continues to go from strength to strength. It sits kind of in its own sort of legendary elite category. And I'm quite sure that we've all had stacks of Lego at some point, and would happily dig into a tub of bricks and build something. You can't not, can you? See a big tub, you think, yep, let's go. My boys have got a great big tub of Lego. I say to them, don't tip it all out in one go, and that just goes in one ear and comes out the other. And we just sit there and we create.
That's a sound that you can, in your brain, you can hear that noise tipping out the Lego. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. And we'll sit there and quite happily make planes, cars, aliens, stuff, igloos, skyscrapers. And obviously you've got things like the Lego movie, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I did.
And the ending was perfect. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely worth
it's so good because it just it captures that sort of magic. Isn't there? That as to why Lego's so fantastic. But yeah, we'd love to hear from listeners on the socials. If anyone's got something like a Millennium Falcon or a Hogwarts, I've never had one of those. I'm not patient enough to I mean, I suppose
It's the Death Star one, isn't it? There's huge, you know. Yeah.
My brother Mike actually got, I think, like a joint present one Christmas for my 3 boys, and it was the Hogwarts.
Oh, really?
You know, it was expensive back then. If we shouldn't have opened it in a weird way because it's worth.
Is it really collectible?
Really collectible.
Right.
But obviously, we opened it, we enjoyed it, and now half the kids' bedrooms is hidden Hogwarts Lego bits in nooks and crannies. I know.
might even be something they give. No, moment.
Even now, though, like, have you seen the Home Alone house?
Yeah, I want it.
Oh, it looks so cool. It opens out. Yeah, it opens out, and you've got all the rooms. And
They've got, haven't they? There's this other, isn't there? This other range with like flower gardens and.
they have like this almost like adult Lego. Like my mum's got one. She did like a bonsai tree.
We've got that, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man.
And of course, there's a Game Boy Lego set as well now. Oh, nice size Game Boy.
No, he's gone back there. He's gone back there.
Video games? No. They did the one. Yeah, they did the NES one, didn't they? Like,
Yeah.
They did, but I mean,
Did that come with like the little TV? Yeah.
that's so cool. But you cannot mention anything
But
toy
toys
related,
Yeah.
and not mention Lego. You know, it just transcends everything, doesn't it?
Well, it does, because at the moment I keep getting adverts for this Lego Optimus Prime. So I even takes the toys and turns it into Lego. Yeah.
And you're like, damn it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, if anyone's got any of those mad Lego sets, again, tag
Oh,
us up.
yeah,
or,
yeah.
or any of the toys we've mentioned, or even haven't mentioned, just please get in touch, because it'd be so good to see any of those the bits and pieces that you've got. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Even the replica stuff, you know, we'd have anything. We'd love to share. So, if you've got nothing else, chaps, and even if you do have something else, tough. It's
Too near the pod, get it out there.
So there we are, chaps. A trip down childhood nostalgia lane, looking at a heck of a lot of toys and remembering some of our favourites in the process.
Loved it.
How did we find it, fellas? Did we
Loved it.
Did
Loved
we
it.
get
I
it off
could,
our
I could
chest?
do this all day.
Lovely.
Love it.
great stuff.
Feels like I need to go into the loft, but before we shut our little journey down, and if the pod has piqued your interest, do go down and check out I tell you, we can take the Toy Retailers Association website. If you like that kind of thing, they've got every single Toy of the Year award from 1965 to present day. We mentioned a few, but there's if you're interested in that sort of thing, go and have a look. There's loads of obviously big names on there, and go and check it out if you fancy. So my final thought then, yes, toys are big business, and yes, they cause all sorts of mayhem and frustration when they weren't available. Of course they did, but toys are a part of the very fabric of all of our childhoods.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80 or any ages in and outside of that. You'll all have some fond memories of a special toy you wanted or had in your earlier years, and you can recall having fun playing with them. So cherish those memories, have fun remembering your faves, and dads and mums, carry on hijacking little Jimmy's train set and remote control digger. Till next time, everyone, from us at Arcade Attack, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.